The right choice starts with the right information. That's why McLaren offers ER wait times online. Now, if you or a loved one needs care for a non-life-threatening illness or condition, you can go online to check wait times and even check in to save your spot, all from the comfort of home. Skip the uncertainty. Know before you go. McLaren Emergency Services. Your care is our commitment. View current wait times at mclaren.org/ER.
At Lansing Community College, I'm learning for my future. LCC offers 1- and 2-year pathways to careers in healthcare, IT, manufacturing, and other professional trades. More than 500,000 professional trades jobs will need to be filled in Michigan by 2026. So I know I'm learning for a great career. I belong at LCC. You belong here too. Visit lcc.edu/youbelong and enroll today.
It's the Sunday Chronicle on Stacks 92.1. It's the Sunday Chronicle. We gon' give the news and keep you up to date. Correct. From crimes to the politics, you gon' know what's up around your way. We give 2 thumbs up to everyone out here doing their thing. We gon' show mad love to all the ones working hard in communities. It's the Sunday Chronicle.
Good morning and welcome to the Sunday Chronicle. I'm your host, Yanice Carter, coming to you from Stacks 92.1 FM. This is the platform for community because community knows what community needs. I'd like to say hi and I hope everybody had a great new year. We are coming to you now the first time in a little while, and I missed it. Span, I missed you.
And we missed you, Yanice.
Oh my gosh, that was a lot.
I missed interrupting you and being loud from a distance, making you uncomfortable, and interrupting unnecessarily.
Yes.
Welcome back. Did I throw you off entirely?
Oh my gosh, you really did, because I already did the name change thing, right?
Yes.
I was trying to ease it in there. Now I'm like, okay, he made me discombobulated or whatever. I'm like, ooh, okay. Okay, we almost might have to start over. But no, I was already struggling, and so he's giving me additional obstacles. But I'm going to overcome that, being the professional that I am and how much I've learned to deal with different things that may or may not, I don't let them interfere with the show. It must go on. So I'm glad to be here, and I've already said thanks to Span. I'm not going to go there again. I'm going to say, welcome, Nasaan. We have a guest with us, y'all. I should have said this first, but I'm just so happy to have him here. Thank you for coming in, Nasaan.
Thank you for having me.
Nasaan Jackson, y'all. Let me give him the proper introduction. He has been working with the Chronicle Media Group for a little while now. He's doing some things, and he came here to talk about them before he goes back to school. So, Nasaan, let me let you have the floor, because I can go on. Welcome again.
Thank you for having me. For the viewers that are listening, my name is Nasaan Jackson. I'm from Lansing, Michigan. I'm a Central State student, junior right now, and I'm an intern for the Chronicle. So,
yeah. So tell me how, or tell our audience, our listeners, how we met, and kind of how everything took place, because it really seemed like it flowed well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That I remember, I was having my HBCU initiative, and I think somebody told you, and I guess you responded to me through Facebook.
Yes.
And so I did a little research and said, oh, she's the Chronicle lady from Lansing, Michigan, very big network. Okay, cool. And so we sat on a meeting, basically, and we was discussing about how you could promote the HBCU initiative because you went to HBCU yourself.
Yes.
And so something just told me, like, hey, ask her to work for her, just be an intern. And I asked you, and it was just history from there. So we basically got acclimated with each other, get to know each other a little more, and then figuring out how we can make this thing work.
Yes. And I mean, I'm so excited to have someone come on board. Nasaan has come in and, he helps to breathe new life into the Chronicle. As we share and continue our legacies, it's important that we bring in a fresh set of eyes, fresh perspective, and I think the diversity, it only can add to what we're doing at the Chronicle. I feel like we just really hit it off. I was looking on Facebook and I saw a post. Someone had shared your post, Nasaan, about your HBCU initiative, and I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. So I believe I shared it, and I ended up writing about it or something, and tagged you. So then from there, it was like history was made, and we talked about doing a lot, as far as the evolution of the Chronicle. So it just really seemed like it was a very divine intervention there, because I had been wanting to have some fresh new content, a content creator, and someone that would share a HBCU perspective. I think it's very important because of, what we have or how we have evolved as a Black race, as Black people since, earlier times and like in the 50s and stuff like that, the good things that, they help bring out the greatness in us. So tell us about your experience and kind of the projects you've been working on with the Chronicle.
It's really been showcasing more HBCU content. So, for example, at my HBCU, I'm an alpha. I'm part of a bunch of leadership organizations, things like that. So I'm usually running around to have or going on different trips where that content is going to be shown. So, for example, we had a Detroit Classic. I'm not sure if it was the first one, but we had Detroit Classic against K-State or Kentucky State. And so just showcasing like the pictures and the band and just the game, just the environment really entails what there is at a HBCU. And so for the people that's watching in Lansing to be like, okay, hey, I want to go to HBCU because I'm seeing the Chronicle post videos about HBCU content is just really inspiring for me.
Yes.
I would just like to interrupt and say the first thing he said about his university activities is that he's an alpha, which is absolutely something an alpha would do. I just had to volunteer that. Continue.
I knew he was going to give you a hard time, but I just let him do it.
First thing, he was like, I'm an alpha. I was like, he just tried to slip that in. You ain't slick. It's like, you know how you alphas operate.
It's like, that ain't subtle. No. Not as very deliberate. No. But we like that, though, right? Mm. Just everything that's been going on. I know you got some questions. Now, I thought you had a question. You just blurted that in there.
Oh,
but
I mean, I would like to ask, like, for you, what made you want to join a fraternity besides the parties and, the company? But, like, what precise... Because there's a hazing ritual. There's a lot of things. They make it purposely difficult for you to choose that because they want, in my experience, I never pledged. I just watched other people suffer as they pledged. And they want you to make sure that this is something you want to do and that you will be committed to for the rest of your life. So, like, knowing that commitment, like, what made you want to see through that process to become an alpha?
For one, Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated is a non-hazing organization, so there is no hazing. But for myself, I know that I wanted to continue my legacy and really make an impact to just not only my community at Central State, but just from Lansing to different areas I'm going to move into or different areas I'm going to step into. So I know, like, having that connection and having that personal want of excellence and seeing the fraternity in general is just how people built themselves up and where they started at. For example, they started at Cornell University at that time. They only had themselves. So seeing the resilience of the founders and how it just spread everywhere else, I know I wanted to be a part of that. And so not only being an alpha, but just really doing community work and really inspiring just people that are watching me around me, or just looking up to me, not only giving them like a sense of hope, but like a feeling like I can do this or I can achieve my goals. And so not only having the letters now, but really just using them the right way is why I really wanted to be an alpha. So
that's great. I mean, I already see him doing so many things, not only on campus but off campus. And you were doing something with HBCU content with another school, right? The social media and stuff.
With Historically Black Sense, yes.
Yes. Okay.
What is that?
Historically Black Sense is, I'm gonna say, is the number one platform for HBCU content. So you have Historical Black Sense, you have Watch the Yard, you have HBCU Pulse. And so they basically post like different content from Royal Courts, SGA, different like things that are going on in the HBCU world, from all the way to Central State, all the way down to FAMU. So it's just another content page, to be honest with you. But I do work with them right now, and it's exciting because they have different like ambassadors at every HBCU. And so they usually come out with like a little post like, hey, who wants to work for Historically Black Sense? You can also put it on your resume as well too, but it's also fun just networking with different people from different areas. So it broadened my reach.
Nice. I mean, and I just I really admire the work that you're doing. And what are you planning like this year when you go back, or it's a new year, new semester? What are some of the things that you're kind of thinking about, as you move forward, and finish this junior year?
This junior year is probably gonna be one of the biggest years because I'm a part of Royal Court, so I've been part of Royal Court for the last 3 years. So Mr. Freshman, Mr. Sophomore, Mr. Junior, and so basically a little description. Royal Court is basically the face of the university. So we host events, we go to different conferences. We basically lead by example and lead our class. So I want to run for Mr. Central State University. So that's going to probably happen around in April. I have to start campaigning for it and really getting it ready. Of course, having my different events. I do also want to travel to different places and just have more of a reach to, like, for example, like Kentucky State, and get better like partnerships down there, or Lincoln, Missouri, and get better partnerships down there as well too. So really just connecting using my resources and just figuring out what I want to do, because junior is closing, like you said, and that real life is starting to hit. I don't know if I want to get my master's, go straight into the workforce. Like, I'm really trying to figure it out as well too.
Well, I mean, I think you're in a good time, where you can kind of, if you need to change your trajectory or, what you're thinking about doing, you're at that point where you can, tweak it, or, you've been in school long enough to say, hey, I know this and I can kind of see this ahead. I mean, your future standing over here, I already know it's very bright. And like with the initiative, the HBCU initiative, I want to talk more about that, but I want to take a short break. And not before I remind my listeners that this is Yanice Carter coming from Stacks 92.1 FM, the platform for community, because community knows what community needs.
Packages start at $29.99 a month with sign agreement. Restrictions apply. Speak to a representative for complete offer details. See Vivint.com for license details. Terms and conditions apply.
Homeowners, if you're looking for the best in home security and smart home technology at a price you can actually afford, we have great news. Now you can get Vivint's award-winning home security systems starting at about $1 a day. U.S. News and World Report has recognized Vivint as the best professionally installed home security system of 2022. And right now, you can get Vivint's home security technology for about $1 a day. Plus, get free professional installation from a licensed technician. Protect your home and loved ones for as low as $1 a day. Call right now for your free home security consultation.
800-698-7191. 800-698-7191. 800-698-7191. That's 800-698-7191.
Hi, I'm Yanice Jackson, publisher and editor of the Chronicle News, host of the Sunday Chronicle, and mom. Amongst my many titles, I've added writer to them. My new book chronicles everything I've learned along the way. So check out my book, Notes from the Trail, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold. For more information, visit my website at www.yaniceyvette.com. And welcome back to the Sunday Chronicle. I'm your host, Yanice Carter, coming to you from Stacks 92. Wait,
nice rescue, Miss Carter.
Miss Carter. Okay, just in case y'all are wondering, like, what is she talking about? Carter. I've changed my name officially back to my maiden name, as it is a period of reset, for me. And so this is a good season for me. We're fresh into a new year. I'm mapping things out. I think, I've been taking inventory of my life. So did the new year help that? It's a time period. It's the way you measure time. But anyway, thanks and welcome back. And that's the story behind Carter, y'all. So bear with me if I stumble a little bit with that delivery. I'm getting back into that realm. Okay?
I'll be happy to help you and make you feel uncomfortable about it.
Y'all, that was Span. And I don't think I have to tell you that he is laying it on thick because he knows this is the first time we have been back to the station since the new year. I'm a little bit rusty. We both emotional, Span. But I
That's
love
real
it.
talk. You've shown no rust whatsoever.
You're like
I've been messing with you
a,
and you jump right back into it.
you're like a brother. An annoying brother.
Yes, and yes.
Yes, definitely. An annoying older brother. But
I've taken
brother.
up enough time from Nasaan, who I'm sure has plenty of other stories on what he endeavors to do with his career. I am curious, though. I've been sitting on this question. Why writing?
Why writing?
Yes.
He's not writing.
Did he write an article?
No, we wrote an article about him. I did.
Oh, okay.
And then he's a creator and an ambassador, and he's coordinating stuff.
All right. So, as working for the Chronicle, what are the things you've enjoyed most working for Yanice? Feel free to lie.
See, I ain't gonna know what's real now. And you talk about, see, now that's a narcissism thing right there. See, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't even think about it as working because how I look at it, it's a win-win for everybody. So for Yanice, she's getting the content she deserves. But for me, not only am I showcasing what I do, where I'm at, but it's for the people watching back at home. It's for my Central State University and different HBCUs that need that boost of content. And it helps with recruitment, helps with sponsorships, helps with everybody. So, like, it's a win-win, to be honest with you. I do enjoy it. Like, I have so much more content to showcase and just more things for people to be like, dang, I didn't know that happens at a HBCU. Like, for example, we have our Greek picnic coming on with our NPHC. My brother Riley Mays is throwing it with
now, what's
all the
NPHC?
NPHC is basically I forgot the words.
Is it
Panhellenic Council, something like that.
Yeah, I know the acronym, and I say it correctly, so that's a tongue twister there, but I know what it is. I just want to make sure people that may not know what it is, we can say exactly what it is, but we'll come back to it.
Basically, so like all the Greek organizations coexist with it. So we do like community service, we do events on campus, off campus, and just help the community.
National Panhellenic Council. Is that something similar?
What is it? It's something.
National. What are you looking it up? Steve?
I'm seeing the National Pre-Alumni Council. That don't sound right.
NPHC, that's what it's called.
NPHC?
Yes.
Oh, NPHC. Okay.
National Panhellenic Council.
Yeah, that's the whole, because it's the Greek system.
Panhellenic.
I don't know what Hellenic has to do with Greek, but whenever they talk about Hellenic, it has to do with Greek. Hellenic. So yeah, it's basically just part of it's the whole Greek system. Basically.
So yeah, we coexist in that.
Well,
which says a lot because at one point y'all couldn't, right? Like, I want to say that HBCU fraternities and sororities couldn't join the National Panhellenic Council at first and probably had to seek acceptance in some form or fashion. Although I'm totally speculating, I definitely have some Googling to do because now I'm all curious.
I'm not sure because I don't know we don't have no other Greeks other than like the band sororities and fraternities, but at PWIs they may probably they wasn't able to join, and finally at some point in time they was able to. So
okay. So the HBCU initiative, right? This is cool, right? You're bringing back the HBCU experience to the Midwest, to Lansing in general, right? So tell us about your background, because you grew up in Lansing, and how you kind of made that transition to a historically black college or university, which, if people don't know, that's the acronym there. So tell me a little bit about that.
Growing up, I grew up on Waverly, so went to Waverly High School, played basketball. So I'm thinking like, hey, I'm about to go hoop probably out of college. And it was like my senior year where Brandon Davis, he was my homeboy's uncle. He was basically like, hey, let's go to Central State, just randomly. I said, what is Central State? Like, what are you talking about? He said, it's a school at HBCU in Ohio. We can go down there. They got like a little preview day. I said, all right. So we left at like 5 a.m. Me, my homeboy, his sister, and Brandon. drove down there, and so we walk into the gym. And so I'm looking at, like, the clock tower. I'm looking at the football field. Okay, this campus is pretty beautiful. You feel me? Like, it's cool. Walk into the gym. Immediately, I see a bunch of, like, what I know now, they was, like, pirate ambassadors and student leaders basically hyping us up. But, like, they was just showing us love, basically. And the staff was there, and they was making sure we was all straight, just talking to us like we already went to the college. I'm like, they don't even know me. Like, I don't know who that is, but they're acting like I'm with them in the journey. I'm their brother or their sister or whoever. But, like, they was treating me very well. And so I got there. I'm on the top floor. I'm looking down, basically. And Brandon was like, they said something on the microphone, like, you can apply to Central right now and potentially get, like, a $500 scholarship. And when I heard that, I'm like, okay, whatever. And Brandon already applied. So they listed off, like, 10 names. And one of my name was there, so I got called down and got accepted to Central right there on the spot.
Oh, wow.
And so I earned like a $500 scholarship. And so I watched the football game, I watched the band, I watched some of the Greeks stroll, things like that. And I was like, man, like, I did not know they had this. And so it was really like an eye-opener, like really seeing just all the black people, different colors, different shades, different sizes, different backgrounds. It was like, wow, I did not know they had this. So I was like, you know what? Forget basketball. I need to figure out a way I can get back to that HBCU or Central State. And so thankfully, Brandon also sent me a scholarship called the 1890 Land Grant. And so I was able to pay for just my whole schooling bills and fees. So I was able to go. And so going down there, just, again, I got hit with just the culture shock of just at HBCU and just the band, the Greeks, the student leaders, the Royal Court, SJ. It was just completely different from what I've seen.
Yeah,
and so it just made me want to, like, get out there and do what they was doing, you feel me? So, and I did that, and now I'm just want to give back to just people in general who either A, didn't know about it or want to achieve that experience. So,
and this is where I saw Nasaan promoting his event. And I think it's genius, and it's caught on, and he's been getting some, recognition for it. You went on Channel 10, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Now, is that the one that was a gentleman with you? Is that Brandon?
That was Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Brandon.
Yes. And so I'm really happy that more people picked up the story because I ran the article, shared the article, and it got a lot of traction. And it was nice to see all of the, the HBCU culture within Lansing, within the Lansing Shuffle, how you did this. And, I'm very excited about helping you promote this. Have you been working on the next one? The second?
Yeah, I have. I plan on really having it in December.
In December. It was the first time, was it in September,
in August.
October? It was in August.
It was August 9th, yes.
So right near the beginning of school, you're planning this event. So you must have been like very, very busy.
Yeah, it was very busy. I also had an internship as well, too. But the things that people don't see is that in the beginning, even when I did get the article, like, nobody really wanted to help. Like, they would be like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. Maybe we can help next year. Maybe we can assist next year. Until once I got on the news, that's when people was like, okay, he's serious. Like, nobody really saw, like, the hard hours I was working with. Just really trying to figure it out and where I can make it fit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I had about 13 HBCUs say they was coming in, only like about 7 came. It was a lot of things that even the same day, like, somebody came and somebody left, and they're just like, I can't handle it. So even with all those, like, pressures and those lessons, even those lessons, I had to, like, just keep pushing and honestly trust the process. Like, I knew God put this in my heart. Regardless of what it looked like, what was going on, I knew I was going to have the event for the students there and just for my city.
And this is great. I mean, I'm so excited about seeing it this year and how it's evolved. And I know Ingham County, I believe the community engagement, they reached out and helped contribute some things to the HBCU initiative. And so as, our time is growing near, I wanted to ask you, what are some of the things, or what would you like to do differently this year coming up with the HBCU initiative compared to last year, besides the timing of it?
I would say, like, this year I want to do it more of like a field trip. So I went to I went to Wayne State sometime in like September. They was like having a bunch of like HBCUs play like Michigan schools. And so the next day after that, they had like just a bunch of HBCU tables right there. They had like a little panel, things like that. And it was like a field trip of students. And I was like, I see Castech, I see King. I said, you know what, that'd be amazing if I had that in Lansing. So I really want to reach out to the different districts from like Waverly High School, Everett, Sexton, Grand Ledge, East Lansing, to see if they can be on board to have like a field trip to the next venue. And I do want to have the next venue on the South Side Center. We will see. It is enough room. I actually did just go into the building. It was enough room. I missed a gym. Completely done.
Oh, the Alfreda Schmidt?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really nice. It's really good. And they already have like the Lansing Tech in the schools right there. So that's more students. And so I had about like 20 students at my first one. I'm trying to have at least over 50 to 100.
Well, we definitely, can promote it before it comes up this year and make sure we reach out to the, the school and, Lansing School District. And let them know what's going on, and they can share it with, the students and stuff. So, we can start working on that. So, Span?
Okay, so one last thing to address. The NPHC is the National Panhellenic Council. That's what Nasaan was talking about. That is specifically for the Divine Nine fraternal and sorority entities that make up the Black Greek system. Not to be confused with the National Panhellenic Conference, which is specifically for sororities, but not including those in the National Panhellenic Council, which is black folks. So I assume the National Panhellenic Conference is mostly white women sororities. And then there's the North American Interfraternity Conference, or NIC, that is, I assume, for predominantly white fraternities. So there's 3 different representational organizations that represent Greek life, and the NPHC is specifically for the Divine Nine.
Thank you, Span.
You're welcome.
Thank you for covering that. That went along nicely with what we were talking about. And to go back, when Nasaan said he learned some lessons, he picked up my book. I'm not going to close it out without plugging myself. So, y'all, order it on Amazon right now. Notes from the Trail, A Journey of Life Lessons, Love, and Self-Discovery. Just Google my name.
Where can you get the audio book?
You can get the audio book. Oh, you remember that. On Book Baby. Just search up Notes from the Trail, put in my name. You can get the audio book. All right? Or I'll send you the link. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm on all over social media. Y'all just send me an inbox and I'll send you the link, or the link to buy it. So,
ain't no free rides around here, suckers.
Look, well, no, I gave Nasaan a copy because he working with the Chronicle. That's my intern. He get a shirt too.
He's contributing to the Chronicle,
yes,
of course.
Yes.
Y'all contribute with money. Not time.
It's time. I'm getting paid for my worth now. It's just nothing more for free. I mean, sometimes I give you a smile or two, but but not two. I said a smile or two
or two. That second is not guaranteed.
That's not guaranteed, because I have a right to change my mind. And I'm not gonna say with that being said, because you told me that I shouldn't do that when I close out the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nasaan, for being here today. We appreciate you. We appreciate you being a community advocate and bringing what you have back to Lansing to touch other lives, to show people, to showcase what you've done, right? Which is an important thing of legacy and, the community service through your organization and just your time here today. Thank you for coming out. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate that. Y'all, Nasaan shows up, and look for him, just this year. He's doing some awesome things with the Chronicle, and we're going to do some more stuff. He'll come back out here when he gets a chance, when he's in Lansing. Span, you got anything else, like irritating, annoying to do or say right now?
Just glad to see you, and I hope you had a great holiday season, Smarty.
Well, thank you, everybody. This is Yanice Carter, your host of the Sunday Chronicle, coming to you from Stax 92.1 FM. This is the platform for community, because community knows what community needs. I did that one better, didn't I?
You sure did.
Did I sound country?
No, I'm totally just making fun of you in an accent for no logical reason.
Okay, y'all, I'm done. Have a nice week.